Hey everybody, welcome back to Toy Warp Vintage Reviews. Thanks for tuning in today. If you haven't done so yet, reach over, click that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to stay up to date on all the toy goodness that this channel has coming towards you. I thank you. Like last week's video showcased, some toys, like the Fisher-Price Little People, were meant to stand the test of time. Other toys were made at lower cost and compromised so much on lasting quality that they quickly became landfill fodder, and those toys that had limited sales numbers were often relegated to only memories, as finding a surviving one could prove to be quite costly or just impossible. Such is the case with today's featured toy, the Roadmates Sears Auto Test Center. Roadmates is an offshoot of its parent company, PlayArt, a Hong Kong-based company that tried to compete in the die-cast car market against the likes of Hot Wheels and Matchbox from the late 60s to the mid-80s. Roadmasters were often sold at Sears stores, yet the same toy would be sold as peelers at Woolworths and freewheelers at McCrory's. The Sears Center is sized between the old 24 and 48 count carrier cases of the same time period. It features cardboard construction, just like the old car cases, but a vinyl covering on the outside, unlike the car cases that were usually sealed in plastic. Why PlayArt didn't wrap the outside in plastic is beyond me, other than maybe it was an extra cost. The exposed vinyl covering was left very prone to snagging and ripping from playware, not to mention leaving the cardboard very susceptible to moisture. If you played with this outside and left it out all night, chances were you were throwing it away in the morning. Now, once you open it up, it reveals the Sears Service Center, 3 bay doors, an office entrance with the Die Hard logo. Interestingly enough, it references the AAA Auto Club of America. It advertises the Sears muzzler, which was the muffler offered by Sears. The Steady Rider RT. Probably a little before my time. I don't know if that's an actual thing. Being all the fun you could have with your small cars on here. Matching play art to go along with the Roadmasters. Wow, I was really surprised. Out of a collection of around 1,200 loose pre-95 die-cast cars, I didn't have any play art cars. This is the service center. It is missing a couple of pieces. There is a actual sign that sticks up and says Sears Auto Center. There's a small red jack and then 2 oil barrels. It does still have the gas pumps to it and all 3 of the diagnostic machines. And you can see on the inside here how well detailed it is. The accessories for sale inside the showroom, including the wheels on the wall. Sears was famous for selling wheels for many years. Just the detail in this made it just so much fun. The extra belts and hoses hanging on the walls. The window to match the window on the outside. The tires, Sears being most famous for selling the most tires. Toolbox, tools on the wall, fire extinguisher. It had really fun detail to it. Now, probably the pieces that had the most playability had to be these plastic diagnostic machines that you would park a car on, and you could do this to run through the numbers. And then you could hit this button back here, and it would shoot the car out. And it had different diagnostic machines according to what years they were available. This one here is the car lift. And it worked a minute ago, now it's going to make me a liar. It is going to make me a liar. But it's got the same shoot off the car feature. When you hit that, it would shoot off the car. Moving over to the dyno. You could set a vehicle on the dyno and it would come up with different results. That one moves a little rough, but it does still move. I guess it looks more like an alignment rack, huh? Yeah. Close up of the gas pumps with the oil in the middle for sale. Matching play art truck. So yeah, just a really cool, interesting piece. This would have created hours and hours of playtime. You know, with me being a kid, so into cars. The playset pieces are actually removable from the set, which is probably why you find a lot of the boxes, you know, the cases, but you don't find them a lot of times with the diagnostic machines, because they come out and maybe went well with another playset, so it ended up with another playset and then got lost from the box over time. Now, luckily, the diagnostic machines, all three, will fit back into the case with room to spare. This over here was room for your sign, the barrels, and the jack, what I don't have, and the gas station. And you could, you know, you had plenty of room in here to store extra cars. And you could take it to Grandma and Grandpa's house, to the park, wherever you wanted to go, with the handle. And there it is, just a super interesting piece, and even more interesting play art. The company that made it probably end up doing a feature video on that in the future. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I got a lot more stuff in the pipe right now, as you can see. So stay tuned, like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe. I'll see you next week.